Hello guys, Vengeancer here. I'm doing an hour down here in Histria. And let me show you what I'm going to run. Sure, 1 hour, that'll do. We're going with the 181 drop rate. I don't have a bunch of other stuff to burn or to use. I might have a 1 day. I got it 1 day. We'll run that. Let's move some of this stuff around. Just because I'm OCD. Alright, so we're going to run at 201. Good enough for me. Not trying to go too hard. Wizard has been buffed. There's the new Earthquake Destruction. We got 80%. Well, I say Wizard. Wizard Succession Wizard has been buffed. Yeah, we should be fine on pets. We got quite a bit, and I didn't cast that right, but we got quite a bit of a buff. Fireball Explosion Spread got buffed. Bull-Eyed got buffed by about 80%. Meteor got buffed. They changed Destruction on Earthquake, so we do a lot more damage. So with the 200%, we're going to see how much we get in an hour. I'm just going to sit here and grind, kind of ramble on, but it's been a long time coming for the wizard buffs. Still don't like that down E skill, the ice skill. I forget what it's called. Oh, and Blizzard also got changed around a little bit in terms of buffs, but we're roasting through these mobs now. It's like a night and day difference. Now, there's no drop rate buff as far as server buff goes. There's no event. There's no extras, so we're just running at the 200%. I don't feel like running potions, elixirs, anything. It's just kind of a chill hour grind here. But I'm in the 2-room rotation here. Go back and forth. It's on the new side. And we're just going to see. Before, during the drop event, I was pulling like 13,000, 14,000 trash, which is not good at all. But that reminds me, I have been running these 300% since they don't stack with the 530s. Just to give me a little bit of extra on the experience side of things. But as far as the drop rate here at 200%, it's still giving me scrolls, which is the main reason why I'm here. And I chose to grind here because it drops the treasure item. So we have a potential to get compass pieces out of the Eltons and the Vodkins and the these other guys here. Now, let me show you the new Meteor. So you can combo Meteor and insta-cast it if you do it right using this succession flow mechanic. And I jumped to the Boltons and the Elton spot. So if you combo it with another skill, you can insta-cast Meteor, and now instead of a 30-second cooldown, if you take the one tree, it's an 18-second cooldown. It's very good for PvE. I'm pretty sure that you still want the other variation for PvP. And what I'm talking about is this. We got focus versus aerial. Aerial is PvP as far as I know, because it's got the knockdown. The knockdown on focus is PvE only. So, but it's got a lot of damage. 2508 times 10 versus the split damage of the other, the aerial one. So, yeah, Suck Wizard is in a very good place right now. I hope they don't back some of these changes off just because of how much damage output it's been. But we're going to see if I can get closer to the 20,000 mark on trash loot now that I've got a little bit of buffs. And the thing with, hey, cool. The thing with Succession Wizard is you can cast a skill and then just hold your right button down and it'll cast them all, but you don't get the animation cancels when you do that. So I still go ahead and I don't hold down right mouse button to combo. I just go ahead and manually cast everything. Now, talking and thinking about what I want to say versus just sitting here grinding, I'm going to be a little slower than if I was to just be here grinding. So we probably won't hit 20,000 in an hour like other classes do, but we can try. But I also thought it'd be good to show off the rotation that I use. I'm really liking the change on that Earthquake Destruction. It feels more of a centered around the character type skill. So it just fits into my my build. Because basically what I'm doing in PvE is I'm still a caster, but I'm a close range caster, so all my skills, Rain of Fire, Earthquake, Blizzard, they all center around the characters, so I just bunch them all up around me and then AoE them down. Bolide and Meteor, and then a couple of the lightning skills do not. So those are my only real ranged ones, but my most, as far as most damaging, is centered around the character. Now to fit that theme, I could get rid of Equilibrium Break, which is this skill, and get Aqua Gel, but I don't like Aqua Gel just because it has less damage, and people were complaining about before having FPS issues with it, so I don't know if that's still a thing or not. I haven't tested it. But we can zoom if we need to. Definitely feels a lot smoother than before the changes. Yeah, look at that Meteor Instacast. That is just crazy. Of course, the Earthquake still has a fairly big cooldown, 10, 11 seconds, whatever it is, but it is fine. We've got plenty of other skills we can cycle through. Maybe I'll get a compass piece while I'm recording here. So, I kind of had a thing going with a guy in my guild. He said that I'll have plenty of Vodkin pieces by the time I get the Elton piece. So I'm hoping that the Elton piece here drops before the Vodkin, just so I can say, haha, I told you so. My luck is weird. But I have yet to drop either piece here, and I've been here for a good 20 hours, 30 hours overall. Of course, I haven't recorded them. But I've been here grinding silver and mostly scrolls. Look at that. We just eat through the monsters now. No, I didn't insta-cast the blizzard, so we got a little bit slow down there. So I like to magic evasion in between skills because it combos them on the suck wizard. It combos them so that you can insta-cast things. Because if you read the succession flows, it tells you that you can combo with basically insta-cast after teleport and magic evasion, and it also works with the this side, this skill right there. I forget what it's called. I'll look it up here in a sec. See how slow that meteor cast was whenever I let the when I held right mouse button and just let the flow do it automatically. Alright, so let's look this skill up that I was looking for. Earth's Response, that's what it's called. Go this way. So, in terms of things that have happened on the account while I was away, been a little bit since I've recorded. I haven't done much. I ran a few PLFA scrolls. Or, if anybody's watching and they don't know, scrolls written in ancient language, when they combine, they turn into PLFA scrolls. So, that's why we call them PLFAs. But anyway, I ran some of those. I'm going to be running a whole lot more of those, prepping for Black Star Enhancing, the next big video that I do on that. I don't know if it'll be next week or the following weeks. Haven't decided yet. Depends on how much time I get to run scrolls. Two big things though that happened. I tapped another unicorn. I had a tier 8 horse that was very close to being a courser, so I spent some of the mount change coupons that we had from all the events and stuff where they were giving them away and turned it into a courser, and then I was like, I'll just throw all the materials that I have saved up at it, and if it goes great, I can level it up and sell it. I didn't record it just because I'm just going to sell the horse. It wasn't like it was that big of a deal. But it went on attempt number 7. So, that's a little bit of news, I suppose. And the other thing is I've been working at Pit of Undying. I got real frustrated because I was having a hard time with the Durin boss, where you gotta like copy his CC. I don't think Wizard works very well for that. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I kept like judging what he was using, and then I would try and mimic it, and then it was like what wasn't working, even though, I mean, maybe, I guess I obviously messed it up, but it seemed like I had the right one, so it was just very frustrating, but I got through it. So I can do the Tet every day now and get 80 seals a day. Oh, and here's a little trick for this. So when these things spawn, open up the Black Spirit and then go away, and they flock to the Black Spirit, so they won't attack you. Darn, no compass piece. Well, here's to hoping. Yeah. But that little Black Spirit thing is a little trick that you can do. I guess we'll do this pack even though there's not really anything that drops from these that I need. You can still get necklaces or whatever it is from them. Yeah, Bolide hits very, very hard now. What's this place? Doesn't look like that's somewhere I need to go. Stay on my rotation. quit exploring. Sorry, I'm a little under the weather, a little stuffed up. I was out in the dirt yesterday. We had to completely empty our coops for the people that are interested in the farm stuff. I spent yesterday afternoon shoveling out the chicken coops, and we use pine shavings. That's usually what most people use, but I'm allergic to cedar and pine, and then of course all the chicken dander doesn't help, and dirt and their waste and stuff, it gets stirred up in the air. I wear a mask, but still gets to you, you know. It's all a little stuffed up, so bear with me on the coughing and stuff like that. Anyway, bit of Undying, what I've been doing. So I mentioned before that I was working on the pit and that you could trade your seals for crow coins if you wanted. I wasn't exactly clear. I'm not trading my seals for coins. I just thought it was neat that you could do that. If you never wanted to barter, you could eventually get a carrack with dailies, but I won't be doing that. I'm trading my seals for massive pure magics. Masses of pure magic, massive pure magics. I don't know how to, whatever way you want to make that plural. But that is what I am trading mine for because I need them. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Moving forward, I will probably be trading mine for cronstones after that. Or maybe some of them for crow coins so that I can trade the crow coins for memory fragments. But I won't be doing it to farm ship materials. So I wanted to clear that up. I just thought it was a neat little thing. The other reason I've been working on Pit of Undying, other than being able to maximize the amount of seals I get for easy masses, is because of the insignia, man. I do want to push for level, well, currently pushing for 63 as I grind. Obviously, this is not the best place. But it gives 30% at pen. At TED, you get 20% extra XP. That's huge. Granted, I know we can get to like thousands with all the, like... Oh, that reminds me, while oh yeah, I gotta clear this pack first, but... Yeah, look at that. They just flock to it. Great. And Bolide. Goodbye. That reminds me, I gotta swap this around so I can get 300% plus, so I can get 400% combat XP on that. I always forget to do that. I kill a little bit slower because my AP accuracy one gives a little bit more in terms of the not sheet AP, but the overall all AP. That's okay, because I still kill fast enough that it doesn't matter. But the overall goal is to keep grinding out Pit of Undying until I hit pen, which I think I got like 7 or 8 more days, and I should have enough jewels to do the pen. Oh, come on. I should have enough jewels to do the pen promotion. You need 250, and you get 25 a day at TET. So that should be 10 days, and I've done it a couple of days. So that'll be good. Once I get there, then it's just learning the boss mechanics well enough to make it very quick to go through, and then I'll just collect seals every day. But it's part of my daily thing, because it's a daily. Trying to reteach myself skill rotation too, because I'm not used to having meteor shower up so much. But it'll be nice. It'll be very nice to have the pen insignia, so I get 30% combat. See how slow those cast times are if I'm not utilizing the succession flow. And I think once we have the insignia, we can start pushing for more levels. Realistically, I should be level 65 with my playtime that I have. And that reminds me of another thing. They redid the playtime rewards, so if you haven't got those, go collect them. They changed the playtime for the character is now family playtime, and I am just below 30,000 hours total. Most of it on the wizard. A lot of AFK time. A lot of AFK time, as you can see. Not even a million monsters in terms of grinding. A lot of my stuff has been AFK and life skilling and AFK fishing just because of schedules and stuff. So there is that. But I am very happy with these wizard changes, though. This makes grinding on the wizard feel so much smoother, and I don't feel as gimped, I guess you could say. Because before it felt like I was just smacking a rock with a stick whenever I was grinding. It was just like, yeah, eventually it's gonna break, but it takes me twice as long as somebody who has a hammer. Now I feel like I kind of got a mallet or something, maybe. So the other things that we could talk about, since it's been about 20 minutes of me rambling. BDO has so many events. Hey look, Pure Force Breath. That's pretty rare, right? So many events running right now. They've changed the season around. I need to go on my season character and graduate that thing and see if I can't, like, figure out how to make a new one eventually. I don't know if you get, like, vouchers or what. I haven't looked into that too much. But, challenges, rewards. So all the playtime stuff resets so you can recollect it all again. That's very good. There is a node here that you need to worry about. The Finto farm, you get these boxes. Go talk to the Finto farm node manager to unlock it, and then put a worker on it. The boxes are worth the time it takes to run over there and do that, or the time that you're not going to have. If you're like me, I had to pull a worker off another node, and it happened to be a professional human that I had, so I sold that sucker on the worker exchange. And if you go to the worker manager in Velia, you can do a one-time quest once per family to get an artisan goblin worker. So I went ahead and did that since I was looking to upgrade my workers anyway. Every time I see a yellow drop, I like get a little bit excited, and then it's like, oh, it's just a freaking sealed. What is going on? Come on. Why are all these monsters just sitting here? Do I have too many aggroed? Well, there. Now I have none aggroed. Big things, though, is the Finto farm and the free worker, the artisan goblin. And then the playtime rewards, the season change. There are so many changes this last patch. The other big thing are the summer seals. They are gone. Took those out. Why is... I don't know why. Sometimes this Bolton right here, this Tukar Bolton, doesn't take damage. It's like you're out of range, but you're not. It's very strange. The summer seals are gone, so you won't get those anymore. But now they're doing these moon pieces. I'll show them here in a second as soon as I get this out, so it doesn't close my inventory. These moon pieces, you combine them. It takes one of each, and you can create it into a moon. And if you get 5 moons, you can do a one-time quest with the lady across from Velia Blacksmith to get a premium outfit box 2. And then the rest of them, you just open the moons and you get a bunch of stuff. Almost the same rewards as you got whenever you traded in the summer seals, but it just seems like they're more abundant in terms of how many you get. I get a lot from fishing, and then it seems like you get quite a few from grinding. So that'll be a good thing to have, because I need lots of hards and sharps, and those are part of the rewards. Yeah, Bolide hits so hard now. Very nice. So does the Earthquake, man. They upped the damage on that by a lot. And of course, Meteor always hit very hard, but it was just such a long cooldown that it just never got. I just never even used it in PvE, really, as a filler skill sometimes. But I'm very happy. I'm doing my daily stuff, turning in my Imperial, my low-level Imperial boxes for Imperial cooking, just to get 90 mil a day. Not a huge amount by any means, but they're easy to make, and I haven't been doing a lot of cooking, so I needed something that I could do real quick. And doing my farms every day to collect my ingredients for Balanos meals, get set up for those. Lots of fishing for the event pieces, the moon event pieces. And Pit of Undying every day. And then whenever I get time to play outside of that, I do scrolls, or I come over here to history and grind, because we are on the XP, compass, and scroll grind. We're not going to be able to. Hey, look, Ancient Power Red Short. Oh, this is kind of a mess. They didn't group up because I couldn't open up the Black Spirit that time. He's stuck in the fountain. There we go. I need to check one of my skills real quick before. So they would suck all the monsters into one spot, and I'm pretty sure that it was on this. Yeah, it still pulls in the target on hits, so it pulls them to you. I hate that dynamic lighting. You see how dark it got for a second there? That's the other thing. Adventure. Where is it? Marnie Wave. I don't Here we go. We'll do this music. I don't like the combat music, and I thought I turned that crap off. I am almost 100% sure that I did. Combat music off. Still just playing right away. That was a slow rotation through this room. They're already respawning. That's what I get for messing with the inventory and settings. But I prefer the Monitor Wave, especially when I'm running scrolls, because I cannot stand the PLFA scroll music. It is awful. Same with Kama Sylvia music. I about lost my mind whenever I was doing Forest Roneros. That's probably why I hated that place so much, is because the music was just, it would be nothing, and then all of a sudden, bam, 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 just out of nowhere, and it was just hurt my head. But this stuff I can stand, the little Celtic festival stuff, I like it. And it's in-game music, so if they didn't want me to do it, they wouldn't put it in there. So it'll be good. The only problem with drop hunting or just farming in general, when there's events going on that drop items, it just pretty much negates all your normal drop rates, so you get those instead of other things. So I'm going to end up getting a lot of the old moon pieces or whatever, moon fragment things. Blue moon, yellow moon, and red moon. But it looks like I have 15, so I can make 15 moons. And even if they give me like 2 hards a piece, you know, that's doing wonders for me, because I need thousands of hards and sharps. So that's saving me a lot of silver. Also, something else I have to show. I got so many fail stacks now. I've been farming the crap out of them. I got 435 30s and some assorted 20s. A couple other 30s. 62 40s on up through to 80 stack. And then I still got the same amount on the 100s. And of course I have the ones that are stored on the other character and in the Nader's parchment slots. I've been kind of running through some of my 30 and 40 stacks because I've been combining accessories into duos and tries, depending on what the market is selling for. I will combine them into duos and tries. Of course, if they fail, they break, but I was getting a lot of Tungrat earrings as far as the black and red shards go, so I just combine those into duos or tries and then sell them on the market that way. I don't want to waste, I say waste, if I hit try, I would definitely sell them, but I didn't want to spend my 100 stacks right now on tet attempts, so I just left them. I would make a whole lot more money if I hit a tet, but the only reason would be to build a tet is if I was gonna seriously try to enhance for profit, or if I was looking to push for a pen, and I'm not gonna do either right now because I need my tet stacks, need them for the tet black stars, so gotta keep them. And we're going to get to a point where I'm going to have to farm some 100 stacks anyway. But I plan to have 730 stacks, somewhere around there. doing tons of fishing. So that's the other thing that Pearl Abyss did. Doesn't make sense to me. So they've changed season, right? But they didn't remove the season coelacanths. Well, they did and they didn't. They changed the name of them to plump coelacanth, and you still catch them. So I don't know if they're here to stay permanently or what, but you still trade them, and you still get tons of them. But they're called plump coelacanths, and you still trade them to, and they're still the same thing. You still trade them to Fugar, or Fugar, or whatever the hell his name is. I say Fugar because it sounds a little bit less offensive. But I'm taking advantage. I want the 30 stacks, and they're basically free. And you can just trade your Blackstones in. You need like 80 of them for 30 stack. I think it's like 84, 88, something like that. But why do that when I could just trade them in? I think when I did the math, whenever Blackstones were 120,000 a piece, something like that, it was a little bit cheaper to do it the Blackstone route. But then you got to buy a bunch of Blackstones or farm them, and I didn't really feel like doing that, so. Easier to AFK fish, right? Okay, so I can do this. So we can do item count. Yeah, I've been messing around too much. There's no way I'm gonna make that much trash loot. I should be pulling in around 15,000, but I've just kind of... I've hit 8,000 in about 35 minutes, so we might still hit 15. But realistically, if I tent buffed and potioned up and was just grinding and not trying to talk and check things and open menus and look at the world map and do, you know, just that, and with elixirs and tent buff, I should make near 20,000 now, realistically. Then no world should I ever be below 15,000 trash loot down here. And they did buff the price of it too, up to the 20,000, so come on. Quit swinging your staff and cast the skills that I need you to cast. So they did buff the price of that to 20,000 instead of the 15 that it was at before, and they did that a while back, so I think if we were at 300% drop with the yellow loot scroll and Agris, and I could even run a coin down here too. I got a boatload of them, plus I got another one or two coin boxes, so I got tons of coins floating around that we could burn if I need extra silver. But I'm not hurting in the silver department by any means right now, because I don't really have much to spend it on, and I haven't been buying scrolls because they were at a price that I didn't like. And with the events, I was going to buy a bunch of Blackstones and Hards and Sharps to prep for the enhancing, but with the events running, I decided I'm going to wait because the prices will probably bottom out. I need to check that. Come on, over here. So if the Hards and Sharps bottom out in price, I'll buy up the several thousand of them that I need. And then realistically, all I'm going to need is fail stacks and memory fragments, and the fail stacks are not a problem anymore because of the events. We're getting so many 40s and 50s, and 30s are readily available with the fish. It doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. So I am set. I'm ready to push Pen Black Star and just keep pushing until I get it. Okay, I gotta have a drink of water, so bear with me for a second. That is better. I don't feel like I'm hosting a desert inside of my mouth. So I'm to a point in the game here where I talk about what I need to do to prep to finish pushing for this pin offhand. And it's mostly always coming down to running Peel of Face scrolls, and nobody likes running those things. They're a pain in the butt. Sitting there waiting on the boss animation. But they're not that bad in terms of just something to do. You don't, it's not hard, it just takes time. But I feel like if I'm not constantly either grinding or fishing or something, I'm missing out on the events, because it's like, even if I'm just AFK fishing and just letting my character sit there, I'm getting tons of event pieces, and they're actually gaining me more materials than if I was to run scrolls. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'm going to do my daily stuff every day. When I'm not at the PC and I have to do other things, I'm just going to make sure that my character is fishing and leave it there. And then anytime that I feel like actively playing, I'm going to work towards anything else except for the scrolls. And then whenever I'm down to just doing scrolls, then I will run them. Because I still need some more silver for, like, I have an amount that I need figured in my head. I'm going to need as much extra as I can get, because I'm going to have to buy more scrolls on top of these that I'm grinding. But I'm also going to need several thousand, like I said, hards and sharps. I think I got like 1,500 hards. I'm probably going to need 3,000 to 4,000, and that's probably a low estimate. I probably need realistically more than that because I'm using them to build concentrated armor stones so I can push stacks up. So realistically, those are the bottleneck, those in Blackstone armors, but running scrolls is going to give me Blackstone armors because of the hunter seals that you get, so that's not a big deal. I have had thousands of those, and I think I still got quite a few of them. Can't see, everything went dark. So those won't be a problem, and I can always just spend silver to buy those if I have extras, but mainly, the sharps are going to be the issue for combining with the hards and the mass of pure magic to make the flawless stones that I need for the Black Star clicks. So that will be what my silver goes towards, is buying scrolls and sharps. And then whatever hards that I don't collect that I need, because it seems like you get hards more readily and easier than you do sharps. Seems that way for Blackstone armor too. Which is weird to me. Especially since you need more armor stones than you do weapon stones overall, just because there's 4 armor pieces and 3 weapon pieces in terms of gear. So, very strange that they drop in the ratios that they do. 38, 31. Well, right now I'm getting more weapons. Very strange. Well, I mean, like, you'd think that you would have like almost 25 to 40% more armor stones than you do weapons, but it just doesn't seem to work that way. Oh, I got stunned. Or stiffened, to one or the other. But I am happy to get the scrolls. We're getting plenty of those. And we're at 10,000 loot, and we still got 13 minutes left on that stuff. That's really not bad. Before I was pushing 11 without the event. So I would get like in between 10 and 11,000. With the event, it was around, and when I say event, I mean 100% drop. It was in the 13s. So the fact that we got 13 minutes left, and we're already at over 10,000. That means the wizard buffs are doing their job. Makes me happy. And we're moving on. Moving on. I always forget to buff myself with that little speed buff. Which is another reason why I don't use elixirs as much, because freaking things I always forget. Like, I'll be grinding along and it's like, why is my buff bar look? Oh yeah, I forgot to use the elixir. I've been grinding for 10 minutes without an elixir. Well, I guess so much for that. I think it's dumb that they make them last 15 minutes. Just let us make better versions of them and let them last an hour. And I know that there's like party drafts or liches or whatever, but still, even so, stuck on a rock. Haven't gotten a watchtower in a little bit. That's a little laggy. Just kill the Vodkin so we can move on. The one thing that I don't like about the Marnie wave is that it just plays the same song on repeat. It doesn't cycle through them. So there's a handful of numbers that it goes through if you skip forward. But if you just leave it on playing it and don't hit the skip button, it freaking sits there and just plays the same one on loop. And there's no options to change that. And I mean, that's all you got. But it is a good little feature. You can kind of choose what you listen to. Like you said, I like the Celtic ones. There's a couple on there that I don't really like. They only got like a handful of them. Hey, there we go. There's a watchtower. Let me minimize that again. Black Spirit out. Let him tank them. There's another red shard. Red shards are good. So I talked about it's been a few videos ago, I don't know how long exactly, but I talked about rolling progress all into one thing. I picked Histria and Achman because obviously the scrolls and the fact that black stones are very abundant here. And it was alright money. It's not fantastic in terms of raw silver, but as long as I'm getting scrolls, I really don't need raw silver as much, right? The Kafirs was another thing. You get quite a few of those. 17, which is about half what you normally get when there's a drop event going on. But the other thing... Finish killing these. I can open my inventory. The red shards are very important for this. And then, what was the other? The sealed magic crystals. They drop in Valencia very well. But the red shards are what I'm going to need eventually because they roll into the Deboreka necklaces. And then I'll have to go grind Sakurai to get the black shards that you need. The power ones or whatever they're called. Because you need two different kinds. But this way, grinding here, I'm getting an abundance of red shards over the blacks, so I'm going to have a ton of red ones left over. And that's good, because then I don't have to buy them. It saves me more silver. And just because I'm grinding in a spot that happens to drop them along with the other things that I need. It's not like I'm here just for those. But it's just another little bit of saved silver that I won't have to spend when making Debrekas later on in the game. Because I'm going to have to grind the Debrekas myself. Everyone knows you can't really buy those. You can put pre-orders in, you might get one here and there, but you're not getting enough to push for a pen. So, silver saved is silver earned, you know, whatever that saying is. I don't think that's quite right, but... You gotta go down a bit, dude. There we go. Cool. We're at almost 12,000 and we got 5 minutes left, so... And I've been messing around, so if I would say we're pushing 15,000 if I was hard grinding. And not messing around, look at my inventory, and, you know, just basically piddling around. I think we could, if I full buffed, I think I could push 16,000, 17,000 probably. But I kind of been taking it chill, messing around. Coming in at 13 without a drop event, 12 to 13 is pretty good. I am happy with that. The wizard changes are fantastic. Can't complain at all. Especially with this Meteor Instacast, man. That's crazy. Before, I would never use Meteor just because it's like, even with the one that's supposedly the quick cast one, which is the one you want to use in PvE. It's like, the wind up, it was just so freaking slow. And yeah, you can hold it for the frontal, right? But see, if I don't touch anything, you can still hold it for the frontal. But if you just hold it down, it flies right through insta-casting. So much better. Been a long time coming. I think we've been... I mean, I've played Wizard since I started. I originally started the game, I made a Berserker, and played it for like 5 levels, and I'm like, ugh. And this was in 2017, when I first started playing. And so I switched, made a Wizard, and ran around. Those are the days when you just chain lightninged everything. And, been Wizard ever since. Played Awakening for, not too long. Long enough to realize that I don't really like it. And then they released Succession, and I'm like, yep, I'm going back. And right after that were the days when it was a caster meta, you know, like Wizards were so overpowered, pulling in so many numbers, and then they got nerfed into the ground. And we've been underpowered compared to every other class since then. It's been 2 or 3 years, I think. So it's finally good to see the changes and at least get a little bit of a damage buff. I don't care about being the top class, but whenever there's classes that are pulling 30, 40,000 trash loot in areas and I'm stuck doing 12 or 15, you know, it's like half or below. It's a waste of time to even grind at that point. You might as well tag another character and grind. So it's a miserable experience. I'm just going to turn this off and start running out of here. I gotta... Fine. That is not the way to go to get out of this place. Go this way and this way. I'm also going to kick this off. So, 12.5k trash loot. Chill grinding, like I said, I could probably eke another couple thousand out if I was sweat grinding. And then, whoops, I went the wrong way. I was not supposed to go this way. I was supposed to go the other way. So, here's the bridge. And then you just go back there to the right over there and just stay right until you get back there. And then you can be in the 2-room rotation back there for history. I'll kill a couple of these on the way out and see if we get lucky with the piece. That'd be kind of cool. But this is the bridge rotation or river rotation, also known as Desperation, because it has more Eltons and 2-car Boltons than the other spots. But you make way less silver per hour because that's all there is. I don't mind the river rotation. The new one that I grinded for this hour is the preferred spot, though. Very nice. Alright, so let me get back to Heidel, and then I'll end this off. Because I want to show... Well, I guess I don't have to go back to Heidel. Let me do this. Okay. Simple alchemy. Dump this in there. I'll make one so that I can show it. So there's an hour, and these are what the full moons give you. You need 5 of those, and you can trade in for the one-time trade for the costume, and then the rest are these. I see all good things in this thing. If you get a Vel's Roaring bundle and get or Garmouth and get a heart, big money. I got 2 Vel's Roaring bundles out of 5 that I opened, so I guess the chances might be high. Artisan Memories are great. All the enhancement stuff is great. It's just a fantastic event, and it seems that you're getting tons of them if you're grinding and fishing. So it's just awful, awesome. Looks like we got like, I don't know, 8, 16, 24, a little over 30 scrolls in an hour, 17 Caphras, 12,000 trash. Pretty dang good. In terms of how much trash that is, 258 million, so a couple 100 million silver in just raw silver, and then all the other drops, so pretty damn good hour. Take into consideration the scrolls are 2.5 million a piece. You get 30 something of them, so that's another 60 something, so that's over 300 million silver already. All the stones and stuff that you get, plus the event items now. Yeah, fantastic. 400 or 500 million in an hour. But that's all I got for today. Just wanted to do a thing talking about the new wizard changes. I'm very happy with them. And moving forward, back on the resource grind, trying to get the all of the Black Star stuff prepped. And then once we're done with that, probably move on to a better spot for Caphras, because I need to start thinking seriously about some more DP. I'm at 355. I want this closer to 400, and realistically, pin the Black Star offhand to get to 303, and then I got to figure out what I want to do to get to 305. But I want to be at 305 AP and like 400 DP, so I can start grinding the high-end places. And the first high-end place is going to be for the Pendebereka necklace. I am skipping all other accessories. I'm going straight for in-game. If I'm at 301 with the crap that I have, we don't need anything else in terms of AP, so I'm going to start pushing super in-game accessories and working towards the Fallen God stuff. So that is the plan. Now the other plan is to get my horse and use this free horn that I had and get the heck out of here. We're going back to Sandgrain and getting out of here. So you guys have a good day. Have a good weekend. I got a bunch of stuff I got to work on and do, and I'll see you next week. As always, until next time.